Hello there, welcome back to my time bench once again. Hugh here. In this tutorial I decided to tie you another classic wet fly. We all know the good old Royal Coachman wet. Another classic that's been around before I was born, so thought I'd tie this guy up for you today. So we'll get him out of the vise, a fresh hook in, and I'll get started for you. Okay, for the hook, 3906B, size 12. We'll get him locked in here. Okay. Our thread of choice is Danville 6/0 black. And we're going to start, like always, about a hook eye length behind the eye. And we're going to wrap back, touching wraps. We're going to go just above the burb. And snip off our tag end here. Okay, go back a little ways here, right about there's where I want to be. And for a tail, got a golden pheasant tippet, and just estimate, just by eye, about 10 to 12 fibers for our tail. Snip those off. Okay, and reach in and measure up your tail. You want it to hook shank length. Then switch hands, come over the top, pinch loop, and pull straight up. Another pinch loop, pull up, and then I'll place it on top of the shank for you, like so. Reach in, snip off your excess fibers about the length you want your body. I'm going to come in and tie those down with several snug wraps. Okay, next is our body, which is peacock herl. 3 strands here I have. Just going to line these up. Okay. Give me a little hard time here. Goodness. Okay. Now, we're going to snip off the brittle tips. We don't want those. Tie these guys in right on top here. Wrap back towards your tail. And we're going to form a loop to make my peacock rope that I always use. So come up around your finger, wrap back on the loop, a couple wraps around the base, back up, wrap back to lock your loop in. Come back to just in front of your tail here. Then wrap forward, stop to where we want to tie off our body. Okay, next grab your peacock herl and your loop together. And our hackle pliers. Grab a hold of that rope and the loop, like so. And we're going to begin to spin that up. Don't want to overspin though, because it's quite brittle, as you know. Okay, let's make our first wrap right in front of the tail here. And we're going to wrap forward, forming our peacock body. I'll twist that rope a little more as we go. Okay, wrap it up. Got a little stray fiber there I want to snip out. There we go. And we'll give it a few more twists here. Almost up to the tie off point. And right there is where we want to tie off for our body. So we'll take our thread, come up behind our rope, over the top and in front, a couple wraps, same thing again, from behind, over the top, a couple wraps back to lock it in, then reach in with your scissors, snip off the excess, just like so. So there's our peacock rope, body, all tied in. I'm going to throw in a 1/2 inch at this point here. Like so, a couple 1/2 inches. And at this point, I'm going to snip off my thread, my black thread, for a bit here, just like so. And the way I do my red segment on my Coachman's Royal Wolves, I think you've seen it in my Royal Wolf video, if you watched that one. I'm going to take some red thread and start and make my center segment with red thread instead of the floss. And wrap like that, lock it in, snip off your excess. Okay, make a nice red segment in the center of your body here. Just check it to make sure you're covering up the peacock herl as you go. Okay, that looks good. Now, we're going to tie that off, bring in our whip finisher. Yeah, 3 to 4 turn whip finish here. Okay, snug that down. Reach in really good and close, snip that off. Just like so. There we go. There's your center segment on your coachman. Next, we attach our black thread once again. Snip off the tag. There we go. Now, we're ready to attach our brown hen hackle for the collar. Got it all ready here. The hackle stroked down, the tip exposed, and that's where we're going to tie in. So we're going to tie it in by the tip here. Wrap back on the tip, 2 to 3 wraps. Reach in with your scissors, snip off the excess. Okay, now we're ready to wrap our hackle. So, grab my hackle pliers here, attach it by the stem. You don't need a whole lot of turns. I don't like too many turns on my coachman flies, but usually 3 to 4 turns is sufficient. So, and we want to stroke everything back as we wrap. Stroke your fibers back. One more wrap, and then we'll tie that off. 2 wraps behind our hackle stem. 2 in front, wrap back to lock that down, like so. Snip off the excess. Okay, now my hackles I want to push down and wrap and pull back and wrap back at the same time. To where I want to tie in my wing. And that is right about there. Like so. Now if you got any excess fiber sticking out, just snip them off out of your way here. That got trapped down. Just like so here. Reach around. Snip those guys out. Okay. Just gonna tidy this up a little here. Okay, that looks good. Now, we're ready to tie in our wing. Just duck quill segments. Excuse me. I have those prepared. A matching quill from the left and right duck quill. And there is other materials you can use for the wing that are much more durable, but I'm sticking with the classic duck quill segments. We'll get those paired up here, lined up evenly. Make sure their tips are even. Okay. Now, I always measure those up to about approximately the hook gap in length, or width, I mean, sorry. And you want to place those right on top of your hook. And I like to come back almost halfway on my wing, approximately halfway. Measure that up. Switch hands. Now we're going to do a pinch loop again. Come down over your wings. Pull down. Come up between your fingers. Pull straight up. Same thing once again. Come down and pull straight up. Then we're going to come down again and wrap 3 to 4 wraps forward. Like so. And there we are. There's our wings. Placed right on top of the hook. Right where you want them. I'm going to reach in and snip off these on an angle. Slight angle here. Just like so. Okay, that looks good. Now, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit here so you can see it a little better. I gotta fiber here I gotta cut out of there. I didn't see that one. Whoops. Right there. Okay. Now I'd like to take a little bit of cement and put on those wing butts there before I build the head up for more durability. Okay. Let that soak in here for a bit. So next we're going to take our thread and build a nice neat head on our wet fly here. Just take your time with it. Cover up all your duck quill segments as you go. Okay, there we go. Just make sure those are all covered up. Okay, so we're ready for a whip finish. Get your whip finisher here, do 4 to 5 turns on this guy. 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Down, tie that off. Pull down, snip off your excess tag end here. There we go. And there is the classic Royal Coachman wet fly. Just want to adjust my wings here a little. There we go, that's about right. And there he is. Finished fly. I'll give you a little close up here. Okay. Next we're going to put a coat of glue on the head here. Give you a slow roll once again. Okay, and I like to use, instead of head cement, I like to use UV Solar Res Bone Dry. I find that makes a nice glossy head on your fly. Good and durable. So we'll take a little bone dry here, put on the head here. Okay. Okay. We'll go around this guy. Work our way around. Just like so. Get a nice coat on him. There we go. Now if you get a hackle feather sticking around or a piece of peacock quill or anything will work, just take it and run it through the eye of the hook. Make sure there's no glue there. Got a little bit there, so I wanna find myself a little hackle, a piece of hackle here. There's gotta be one laying around somewhere. Here we go. Just gonna run this through the eye. Make sure our eye's not got glue in it here. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna give this guy a little shot with the UV light here. Cure him up. And make that head nice and bulletproof. Takes a few seconds here. Just make sure it's cured really good. There we go. So there's your finished Royal Coachman wet, size 12. Like I say, a classic pattern that's been around for a long time. So I thought I'd give this guy a tie for you. So like always, if you like this video, give me a like, and if you want to see more flies, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. And from Hugh's Fly Shop, I want to thank you very much for watching once again. So signing out for now. Keep a hook on the vise, people. So long for now, folks.